Is your business predictable? Do you know what your revenues are going to be this year, next year, 5 years down the road? Do you know how your business is going to adjust with market shifts? Are you confident that your employees are going to show up tomorrow? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to build in predictability into your business. Now, the key about predictability is that the more of it we have inside of our businesses, the more confident we are in our business. And the more confidence that we have, the higher our willingness is to take risks. Calculated risk, naturally. But we need confidence to move us in a direction to start making bigger changes and bigger moves inside of our business that move the needle in ways that we never could have just by doing small daily activities. But we won't get there unless we have good old-fashioned predictability built inside of our business. Now, of course, the world is a crazy place and predictability is hard. Knowing what's going to happen and having all the answers to everything sometimes is very complicated, and it seems like we'll never know what's coming around the corner. Yes, there are landmines in business all the time that we need to avoid, but I'm not talking about that here. I'm talking about what can we do specifically inside of our businesses to increase our predictability factor and thus increase our confidence in the business. The first area of predictability is revenue. Now, revenue is something that we need to rely on. It's the lifeblood of our business, and the more we know about how much is coming in, the predictability of that revenue, the better we can sleep at night and operate our businesses, and it helps us to plan and make bigger moves naturally. So I'll give you an example. Many years ago, I ran an apparel business, and I knew for a fact that about 5% of my list would convert annually, meaning every year, 5%, no matter how big my list was actually just going to buy when I sent out that email every year. So I could predict come January 1st that all the emails I was going to send out was going to generate X amount of dollars for me. I can also look at service-based businesses that I've been involved in. I know the average revenue per customer. I know how long the average customer stays with the business. I know how many of those customers turn into upsells. This is predictability. I know how many customers are going to come in through the funnel, what our conversion rates are. All of these different metrics really help us to build in predictability inside of our businesses. So if you start with sales and you say, I need to generate X amount of leads for the month, those leads are going to turn into customers. Those customers have an average revenue per. Those customers have a lifetime value. Those customers have a repeat return rate. These are the metrics that we need to get close to and that we need to own inside of our businesses because it helps us predict the revenue. Again, if you're e-commerce, if you're in a service-based business, if you're selling physical products, you should have some level of how many units you're going to sell, what the average revenue per order is, what the repeat order is, customer satisfaction rate. All these things start to play in to your predictability. If you don't have those numbers, if you don't have those key performance indicators of how things are moving inside of your business from a sales standpoint, or even from a marketing standpoint, you're forever going to be questioning where your revenue is coming from. Every single month, you're going to have anxiety simply not knowing what you can predict for revenue. And that makes it very hard to plan. If you want to hire new employees, you want to expand into new markets, you want to spend money on marketing initiatives. If you don't know where your next meal is coming from, you're never really going to be able to take advantage of those things inside of your business. Now, the more confidence you have in your revenue, the more valuable you become to the marketplace. Your valuation actually starts to increase when you have very predictable revenues and you have good methods by which you can crank up your sales and crank up your marketing activities that can then lead to more sales. Now, the next bit of predictability is your customers. Customers generate revenue. So knowing how predictable your revenue is really the cousin of knowing how predictable your customers are. So where to find them, who are they, what are they responding to? Knowing more or less how the market is moving and how you operate in that market, your market position, your competitive position in the marketplace, and knowing what customers are responding to. This is why surveys are great, because you're getting direct feedback from the source of people saying, this is why we buy from you. This is what it would take for me to buy more from you. This, again, is helping us build in predictability into the business. The more we know about the customers, the more we can know about our revenue. Why did people buy the first time? Why are they coming back? What more do they want to see? How can we better serve them? How satisfied were they with the product or the service, right? These are all the things we want to bake inside of our business to increase our predictability factor. Now, next to that, we have our employees. We need to have predictability with our employees. Are they going to show up tomorrow to work? Are they going to be happy here? Are they well compensated? What is it that they love about doing the work here, about being here? Do they tell their friends about working for us? Are they excited and motivated and eager to show up and make money and earn and provide value into the marketplace? Or do we just simply not know what they like about working for us? If they're going to show up tomorrow, if they're happy, if they're going to quit, if they're looking for another job, if they're talking to our competitor, if they're saying bad things behind our back. We need to know as much as we can about our employees. We need to know maybe more about them than we do our customers. Because really at the end of the day, our team is what's responsible for delivering our value into the marketplace. So we want to have some level of predictability when it comes to our team members. We want to remove as many mysteries as possible when it comes to keeping our team happy, satisfied, stoked, eager, excited, you name it, but we want them showing up every day. We want to have high levels of confidence and trust in our team, knowing that they have everything in their power to do the job to the best of their ability. Now, good standard operating procedures that the employees can come in and follow and learn, iterate the processes to make them tighter. This starts building in predictability. Without good standard operating procedures, without good systems in place for the team to come in and operate, then you start creating chaos, you start having confusion, and when that happens, our confidence levels go down and down and down, and our predictability factor goes down and down and down. So we want to have everything nice and tight and orderly so our team can come in, lock in, and just get to work and do the thing that they're best at without having to worry if the systems are going to break, which is really the next thing, is having good systems for the employees to work in. So you have great systems, you have strong employees, a great culture, then we're delivering awesome results to customers, and that generates our revenue. So you have that line that creates predictability all the way through. Now, the more confident we are in our systems, the more confident we are in our revenue, the more confidence we have from investors, those that are participating in our business from an investment standpoint, or strategic partners, or suppliers, or manufacturers, people on the outside, on the perimeter that don't know us, that don't work inside of the business, that are taking a risk on working with us. When we can increase their confidence level, then we're also increasing our predictability factor of knowing that we can attract and magnetize the right relationships and create leverage inside of our business. If we're not confident with the business, then it's hard for us to instill confidence in these other larger partners that can move the needle for us in big ways. Now, all of this falls under the umbrella of quality assurance. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is increase the quality of everything inside of the business, not just the products or the service. We want to ensure the experience is of high quality, that our customers and our employees are having a great experience, that we're good for the investors, we're good for the C-suite and the board of directors and everyone involved, our strategic partners, our suppliers, our manufacturers. We want to get ourselves to a point to where we have high levels of confidence in the marketplace about who we are as an organization. This helps us increase our predictability factor. If you take great companies that are on the S&P 500, your Apples and Nikes and Walmarts of the world, they have high levels of predictability built inside of their business, and thus they have high levels of confidence in the marketplace, and therefore that is a component of why they got so big and where they're at today. And we want to do the same thing inside of your business. We want to increase the confidence and ultimately the predictability factor. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you want more content like it, please subscribe, like, comment below. Let us know what other types of information that you're looking for out there, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks.